what's happening? Who's first today for our elements reading for this week, the week of June 24th?
Water.
Water's first. That is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Okay.
Well, we are in Cancer season now, are we not?
Yeah.
Or are we? Well, we're really bad at this.
Only one of us is talking.
Yep, I'm really bad at this.
There's some astrologers watching going, yeah. Okay, so.
Susan Reynolds just like passed out.
Yeah, you're not good. Okay, water signs. So you have, this Knight of Cups has been coming out a lot. So there's a lot of romantic energy this week, and that romantic energy is coming toward you, but you have the World. The World is the end of a significant cycle, and particularly having to do with relationships. So you also have the Magician, which shows that you are in alignment, you know, with this next expanse, this next chapter. You're done with those old lessons. So I'm really kind of seeing this as the return of someone from your past. And look, you've already moved on. See how you're just like, I don't know. And so I'm going to ask actually a little more into this because we're having this Knight of Cups come up so much that I'm really curious about the different meaning for water signs.
I'm really seeing like this big wave coming at them, and not in a scary way, but in that like, wow, that is a big wave, and an admiration of a beauty wave, like, wow, look what's coming.
Like that light coming over the.
Yes, exactly.
Like it's coming, and it's because water signs, you have put down a significant karmic burden. This is really, I mean, we've been talking about these closing of cycles for a while, but you're feeling now the freedom of having put down that burden. And it came out, this 10 of Wands, when I asked for clarification about the Knight of Cups. So it does have to do with relationships and what you're looking for from romance. And you're done taking on those burdens. You're now ready to, you know, receive, to be supported. And you're kind of like, if you want, you know, my time and attention and affection, it's going to be in this new way where I'm not taking on burdens. I am, you know, in my divinely connected power. And so anyone who's kind of coming towards you is going to find a new water sign. You know, they're going to find not the same old kind of martyr that they knew before, who would just kind of take on everything.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. It's all about this perspective shift. Is like if you're standing at the beach and you see this huge wave before that burden was put down, that wave looks really intimidating. It looks hard. It doesn't, you're just almost in that energy of like, oh God, here comes another one. But once you place those burdens down and you take that shift, now you're standing in it in awe going, oh, I can handle that. That looks cool.
Totally.
There you go.
You have the courage. You be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. Stand up for what's right for you now. You have that strength. This is Archangel Ariel. And you do have that strength. And, you know, so now this week, the guidance is when that person or energy, it could even be a memory, comes at you in kind of this, you know, hey, you know, I want to connect with you again, even if it is just a memory of something that's sort of challenging your ego or something, or, you know, challenging your new way. You're just going to anchor yourself in that courage of knowing that you're no longer carrying those old burdens, that you have healed what caused you to take on those burdens because it was painful, and that now you're in that magician freedom. You can have whatever you want, you name it, especially concerning these relationships. So beautiful, water signs. You've done a lot of healing and release. And now you get to, yeah, it is great. Now you get to feel the rewards and enjoy the rewards. So who's next?
Air
signs. Okay. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Okay. All right. For this week, oh no, 8 of Swords. So there's some, that's how a Libra takes bad news. Oh no. oh dear, this is going to be challenging. Um, so I'm just taking in the way this card presents it, because in this card, the Eight of Swords, the swords represent the thoughts, and this can be sort of imprisoning thoughts, limiting thoughts, thoughts of, how do I do this? How do I do that? But in this card, the swords are illuminated, and they're kind of, casting this light. And so if you can allow those thoughts to be illuminated and changed, they will just, those bars, those swords will just dissolve this week.
Yeah, because I instantly heard, like, this ain't no thing. Like, air signs are like, oh, here's those Eight of Swords. I see you. Okay. Yeah. And allow the light to come through them and see them as an illuminating positive thing. You've shifted into this space of where you're like, yeah, okay, I see you. That's cool. It is.
Absolutely. You're even, air signs, you're even going to look at the really big challenges this week that way. You're even going to look at the things you've been dreading with this tower and go, oh, that's really not as scary as I thought. I can totally handle that.
Yeah, it's more of a like, oh yeah, go ahead and knock it down because I'm ready to rebuild now. Go ahead, knock it down. And I don't mean that in the, I dare you to knock it down energy.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Go ahead, let it fall.
It's okay, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
The reason, air signs, is because you have shifted the way you're allowing your mind to participate in your life. Before, it was, your mind was sort of telling you things and you were like, oh yeah, that is, big and scary. And now you've allowed those thoughts to shift because you are the magician, just like water signs, you are the magician, and you're allowing this new light to come, and you just are not, they're just getting like the boogeyman. Like, it's just like the boogeyman just isn't scaring you anymore. You're looking at the boogeyman, you're going, all right, like, I see you.
I see you. It's okay.
Yeah, that's great. It's great. So very, very powerful shifting. So anytime something's triggering those thoughts this week, air signs, just remember.
Air signs feeling invincible.
But, invincible through the divine, of course, not through the ego, but through the divine.
Of course.
Because you know that the divine is invincible.
Exactly. You're protected and you're feeling that protection.
You're in alignment with that. Mm-hmm. And nice, you have Archangel Uriel, who is coming out powerfully this week. And this is taking action in alignment with those illuminated thoughts. So like we saw those swords illuminated and they're no longer like, trapping you. When your mind does see the light, you're going to take action with that. You're going to not just go, oh yeah, I see that, but move forward with those new illuminated ways of thinking, ways of, seeing things. Beautiful. And do air signs really talk to Archangel Uriel this week? Do ask for his guidance specifically, because he is coming through really powerfully right now, today especially. And, he's going to help you with that clear knowing, with that knowing what to do, with that not allowing your thoughts to be misleading. Okay.
Yeah, it's really interesting that how powerfully he came through in the group reading that we just did, and then in the journey that I had and posted on our page about the light and the stars guiding you. And now you've got these lighted swords that are illuminating things to guide you, and that he is kind of the, I think, didn't I read he was like the light? He represented the light or whatever. So there's really a lot of good stuff about following that light and staying in the light. Mm-hmm. And like all things will be revealed in that light.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Who's next?
Earth.
Okay, earth signs for this week. Earth signs. Okay.
Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo.
I'm going to pause for a second. We'll be right back. Yeah, our signs are
Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo.
Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo for this week. The Hierophant, which is Taurus. Okay, I want to feel into this Hierophant. It can always mean such different things. Let's see. Hierophant, the Magician again. The Magician has come out for every element.
Damn.
Wow. What's this Hierophant for earth signs, please? Thank you.
Bring the Ten of Cups.
Hierophant for earth signs. Okay. I'm still, okay, there's a couple sixes happening here. Sixes are talking about daily life. Sixes are talking about your routine and what you're doing every day. You do have the Magician right in the middle here. So everything needs to center around your manifesting power. Everything needs to center around what you're creating with the divine, what you're allowing to be created through you. And the reason that's important and right at the center, and that's important to say that first, is because you do have the Hierophant and the Six of Wands. Okay. So the Hierophant here is talking about what is established, what has been established before you, Earth signs. This is kind of feeling deep, but it's like, it's talking about those things that you inherited, you know, those things you inherited. And
I keep getting tradition over and over and over. It's time to break the traditions.
Breaking the traditions, but building on them in a way. So it's like you're breaking them, but you're also building something even better because you have the Six of Wands. So this is you being held up in victory.
They're making those old traditions your own now.
Yes.
With the mix of all your manifestations.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. Having those old traditions and those things that you inherited and then building on them in a way that will be very successful because you are manifesting this movement away from the pain, from past pain. You are, Earth signs, making the conscious, and when I say conscious, I mean soul connected and soul guided decision to move away from that pain of the past that was both yours in this lifetime and never yours, and from previous lifetimes and from previous people. You're moving away from those. You're moving into uncharted waters, Earth signs. You are. It's like they're showing me like the explorers. You know, like you are pioneering away from what has been established, away from the tradition, and bettering what was established with that tradition, which is a really remarkable feat. So this week, Earth signs is all about knowing that, staying in alignment with that, because it is not an easy process to allow the old to, you know, to crumble and to be that pioneer, but you are supported and you are victorious with the divine. So just remember that. And because you have these sixes, just point out again, this is a matter of your daily routine, because the day-to-day is when those kind of ego old habits and those things that you were conditioned to have can sneak in. So this is going to be about staying in that magician power in your daily routine and really allowing that to, you know, every moment evolve and change into this new life for you and for those who come after you.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. This is not my quote, but this feels like it's about kind of making amends with your history, and it's about taking those pieces of those traditions and those parts of you that you want to keep and releasing those parts of your history and those beliefs that you want to let go and moving away from that. And the beautiful mix of that Hierophant energy and the magician like melded together into this new being that is yet to be revealed, and this new future that's yet to be revealed.
Yeah, because it's really not about discarding the past or just saying, but it's about alchemizing it and allowing it to become, and being a part of it becoming something so much better for the.
Right. It's like selecting the best, your most favorite ingredients to make this brand new dish.
Exactly. And then our signs, you have some big things happening with your work this week or with the changing in your work, because it is career transition. And it says your life purpose is triggering a career change. So for many of you, you're going to be looking at things differently when it comes to work. You're going to be receiving a lot of assistance. This is Archangel Chamuel, receiving a lot of assistance having to do with you in your soul purpose in your work. So beautiful. And I would say with the previous spread, it's about, you know, redefining through you, through your life, what it is to work and serve, and especially important for you Earth signs who are very focused on that. So beautiful. Okay.
That's a really good reading.
That is.
That really resonates for me, like personally.
Yeah, Capricorn. And so now Fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. Let's see for this week. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
What a
Great.
great shift in the energies, right? These readings are just
Oh,
all
totally.
so like shiny new feeling.
Yes, I feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
And fire signs, you may be feeling shiny and new. Yeah, nice. Because she just said that during your reading. And you have the Three of Wands, Strength, and the Star. So this is a very hopeful energy. This is fire signs, you seeing broader horizons and seeing more possibilities than ever. Seeing them as, not yet tangible, but definitely seeing those possibilities
It's an
and aligning.
expansion in vision. Like this whole time they've been looking through a pinhole, and now all of a sudden they're seeing these broader, more vast spaces that are possible.
Yeah. And fire signs, I feel you knowing that you can move into that because I feel like you've always had the vision. You've always sort of, I mean, it's expanded, yes, but you've always been able to be inspired, your fire signs, but where maybe you needed the change was in receiving the strength to know that you can actually live it. The strength card is saying, now you feel like, oh, I can handle living my dreams. I can do that. Before it was kind of like, I kind of need to keep things manageable. And I don't really want to tread into the area of like a whole lot of potential for disappointment and all this stuff. And now it feels like you're going, no, what, you know what? Uh, I, I have, because I'm divinely connected, because I'm being guided, because I trust, the divine, I can move into this in real life. But right now you're really in the space, fire signs, of envisioning and aligning with what it is you do want and remembering who you are, Archangel Michael. You're powerful and you're loving and you're a creative vessel of the divine. Just remembering who you are. You're in that place of reconnecting, going, oh, yeah, you
Yeah,
know?
I feel like they're really coming out of the mud.
Yeah, and remembering like I'm meant to live an amazing life.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not meant to just get by and I'm not meant to just deal with things. I'm meant to move into an amazing life. And my life is supposed to be, you know, bigger and brighter and better than anyone ever told me it was supposed to be or that I ever thought it would be.
Mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of the fire signs might be like, oh, there's good things out there, but that's not for me.
Right. Or it's not practical, or sure, I can dream, but I can't really have that. And now you're really, really moving into like, oh no, this is for me to have. Like this life is for me to have. And yeah, you like Jen just said, you always sort of watched other people, trippy dip into their great things, and you went, well, guess that's nice for them, but I have to dot 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 dot. And now it's like, oh no, this is for me also. Like, yeah, and especially, and yeah, just really reconnecting with your divine essence this week. Beautiful. So I really sense you fire signs feeling that momentum from that summer solstice shift, and it's going to bring some exciting things. I'm excited to see the next few readings for fire signs particularly, and these were really cool for this week.
Yeah. Just really feeling that magician card all the way around.
Yes. Yes. All right. Well, let us know how these resonate for you, and we'll connect again soon.
Bye.